Get to know each of the 12 mayoral candidates with KKTV 11 News Know Before You Vote with this in-depth interview featuring Lawrence Martinez.
First question I'd like to ask you is, what do you think is the mayor's primary role?
The mayor's primary role is to support everyone in the city, no matter where you're located, no matter what your income is. We need to be able to support everybody that's living here. This is a great city, so let's make sure we keep it a great city by allowing everybody to be involved in the mayor's commitment to the city of Colorado Springs.
What are your thoughts on Mayor John Souther's performance, and if elected, would you keep going in the same direction or change course?
You know, he's done a great job. We can't take that away from him. We've had so many things that are happening now in Colorado Springs. Had it not been for the correct leadership, we would not have had these special venues, the notice of the rest of the United States of what a great place this is to live. And would I change anything? I would change things as they come along, because we can't look into the future, but we need to start looking at what we need to do with the new mayor as far as making sure we have housing, availability for jobs, and to make sure we have a place for our kids to live.
How would you propose to stretch taxpayer dollars and still achieve your goals as mayor?
So we need to take a look at the budget. We need to trim where the budget is excessive. We also need to take a look to see what we can do as far as private contracts for work that we need done. By using private contractors, we know they'll stay on time and on budget. Don't want to raise taxes because people are paying too much right now in utilities and services. So once again, let's take a look at the budget. Let's see what we got coming in, and let's see what our most necessary needs are.
How can the mayor have an impact on homelessness in the region?
Well, the mayor has to take a look at all the services that are being given by the nonprofits. We need to determine who's doing the job and who's not doing the job. We've had millions and millions of dollars that have been spent on the problem, but yet we seem to have that same problem every year. What the new mayor needs to do is look at a campus-type setting for everyone to be able to be at. This way, on the campus-type setting, you'll have everything from employment services and job offers to being able to live there on the campus. You'll have medical there, and maybe even a spot so they'll be able to fix their cars. No transportation means no work. So a campus would probably be the best bet that we need to do, but we'd make sure to have a bus running from the east campus all the way back into town so they can utilize other services that are here. Once again, let's take a look at who's doing the best job. Then let's make sure they're doing the job that is needed for the city to correct its homeless problem.
What can the next elected mayor do to help with the affordable housing crisis?
So what we need to do is start to talk to the developers. I know we talk to the developers now, but we need to be able to bring in the community as part of that conversation, because they can emphasize what needs to be done so they can have affordable living. Let's use an example in Southeast. They're spending up to 50% of their income on housing needs. That doesn't leave them much money for food and other necessities, especially with their SNAP benefits ending. They're going to have less money for food. Let's make sure our kids who are getting out of high school or have a place to live. Right now, they get out of high school, they've got no place that they're able to afford to live. You've got 4 living in a 1-bedroom, up to 5 in a 2-bedroom. Once again, conversation with the community is what's needed. We need to see exactly where our services need to be, and then take a look at the money we have, and then come in with the developers with the community.
How should Colorado Springs handle city growth given the water constraints in the West?
So what we need to do is start infill. We're building too far out the city limits itself and annexing land that is going to be larger than some parts of the city. We can't afford annexation so much because of the fact that we've got to put our utilities out there. We've got to be able to see what water we have to share. Now, the 128-year rule is good, but we can't look into the future 20 years from now. Our drought system is very bad right now. All one has to do is go out to the reservoirs, take a look of how much is depleted. We need to take a look at other accessible water that we can start bringing in. We need for the developers to understand they're going to need to find a source of water themselves as well. I believe a 70-30 split would be equal, 70% us, 30% them. And they need to be able to provide on that 30%, the 128 rule. We can't have growth outside the city grow bigger than the city itself, because what's going to happen with that will be like Pueblo. Pueblo West was part of Pueblo, but now it's its own entity. If we do not pay attention, we're going to end up building all the services for another part of the city that may annex away from us. And when they annex, we lose those tax dollars.
Finally, Lawrence, why should voters cast their ballot for you?
You know, you always want to find somebody that's like you. And there's more people that are like me because I'm like them. We need to have true representation within the mayor's office. If you feel like I do that your voice is never heard, then we must gather together and show that we are the power within Colorado Springs. Remember, we've got to make sure our kids, our grandkids, our nieces, our nephews are taken care of. And by having someone with common sense and not in the pocket of developers and other large donations, we can move forward together. Once again, vote for someone like you, who lives like you, who knows what it is to survive in a city.
Lawrence Martinez, candidate for mayor of Colorado Springs, we thank you for joining us in our 11 Breaking News Center and wish you all the best this upcoming election season.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate what everybody does for our city.